Also, can you post an update on the Facebook fan page for Smackdown's going to be uploaded soon? Ladies and gentlemen, we're live from Sacramento, California as the road to Scars and Stripes continues. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the voice of WEDF joined alongside Kevin Ion. Tonight we're going to have a huge main event as we await the #1 contender for CM Punk's World Heavyweight Championship match as Shawn Michaels goes one-on-one with the Radar Superstar Edge.
You gotta think, Edge is really at not a great advantage because Shawn Michaels is a lot less beat up than he is.
That's right, Edge competed in a fatal 4-way #1 contenders match last week on Smackdown and became victorious and earned the right to challenge Shawn Michaels for the #1 contender spot. Here comes the man responsible for that. Here comes the hitman, Bret Hart.
Here comes the most biased GM in the world.
Biased? I thought what he did last week on Smackdown was excellent. I thought it showed that you have to earn your spot on Smackdown. He wants you to bring out the best in every competitor. Even Shawn Michaels agreed with what Bret Hart had in store. Shawn Michaels felt like that he hadn't earned his rematch with CM Punk.
And he is going to earn that rematch here after the match they have tonight in the main event. But you got to think, that's one good decision out of the many decisions he's made here as the GM on SmackDown.
Anyway, I think Bret Hart has a huge announcement regarding Scars and Stripes. So let's see what our general manager has to say real quick. Knowing Bret Hart, it's got to be something big.
It's always something big with this guy. No matter what, he's always telling you what he's thinking about on his mind.
There you go.
You gotta think, he is kind of telling the truth here, is because Raw and ECCW is just a whole bunch of
just crazy.
Yeah.
Like Batista and The Miz.
No one could keep those people calm.
Bret Hart, though, on the other hand, I think he's going to do one hell of a job, because if you're not going to agree with the Bret Hart show, he's going to send you packing. He even sent CM Punk packing.
Which is a big mistake, but then CM Punk showed him that he made that mistake by doing that.
That's right, when CM Punk won the World Heavyweight Championship. Look at that. A 6-man challenge, contenders challenge for Survivor Series, as we will have a 6-man #1 contenders challenge, and then we will challenge the World Heavyweight Champion at Survivor Series. That's huge.
That's more than huge. That's just phenomenal. You got to think, if you have 6 men trying to fight for the spots, that's a lot of pressure.
That is right, and here comes our first matchup of the night, and here comes Evan Bourne, who Bret Hart says he's rooting for tonight. What do you think of that?
You got Evan Bourne, which is unpredictable. He could pull out anything, but you still gotta think that's more biased. That's really biased because he's really thinking about only one person winning and not both of them.
So you're saying he's showing favoritism?
Yeah, and if you can't do that as a GM, you can't do that as a commentator. You can't do that anywhere.
You showed love for Danny Jackpot last week, so your point?
Well, Danny Jackpot deserves it. He's a great wrestler. He's a great performer. He could put on a show.
What the hell are you talking about? Danny Jackpot, despite his victories, they were all tainted due to interference or him trying to cheat his way to victory.
He's just playing the cards right. He knows what he needs to do to keep that title or to get that victory.
Well, that may be true. He does whatever it takes, whether it's dirty or not. He's still held on to that World Heavyweight Championship longer than anyone could imagine. And up next, though, he's facing a man that he's faced off earlier in the season in Evan Bourne. Evan Bourne actually beat Danny Jackpot one time, but the following week, Danny Jackpot beat Evan Bourne. So this season, these two are tied one apiece in their series, and the stakes in this match couldn't be even higher because Bret Hart is observing this match.
And with that on the line, you got a lot to think about. Evan Bourne could pull off any move at any time, so can Danny. It could be anybody's game pretty much.
That's right. Evan Bourne has that shooting star press. Danny Jackpot with the one-kick KO and cash out.
Both of those moves are really dangerous, but so is that airborne.
That is correct. That airborne has put many away. Now, I don't think many people have kicked out of the airborne before.
I think there's only been like one person that's been able to kick out of that airborne.
Anyway, this match is underway. Look at Evan Bourne trying to end it quick. Hurricane Rana, 1 count.
You gotta think, it's still too early, but for him to go after a pin that early, you got Danny knowing how to kick out and knowing when to kick out.
It's the experience factor. Danny Jackpot's been in this business so long. He knows what it takes. He's seen every rule in the book. Now following with some big clotheslines.
Those clotheslines work on the neck region of Evan Bourne, and you just got to keep Evan Bourne grounded, or else he's doing what he's doing right now and taking the offense.
That's right. Evan Bourne is high flying and running around the ring. You got to slow the man down. Danny Jackpot knows how to do this, I think.
Danny Jackpot has taken down the great Khali.
He has. He's taken out giants. He's taken out men smaller than him like Rey Mysterio before.
He has that experience factor. And so does Evan Bourne. So you got to think this is going to be...
Evan Bourne going up high. Look at this. Missile drop kick. But Evan Bourne, something that... Wait a minute. Quick cover. We got a 1. We got a 2. We got a kick out. But Evan Bourne really hasn't been able to break the glass ceiling. I mean, he's picked up victories, but he just hasn't had that big one in his career. You think this win over Danny will be that big victory?
This win over Danny, if he's able to keep down Danny, will be a great victory, and it will push him to the limits that he needs to get to become a great contender here in WEDF.
I can agree with him. Look at Danny Jackpot right there. Nice move there. And now look at Danny. What's he going for? Oh my goodness, look at the strength. Brainbuster.
The strength of Danny is great. It's more than great.
Near fall right there. Evan Bourne continuing to fight with big kick. Wait. Oh, nicely done there by Bourne.
And you got to think, Danny is a lot bigger than Evan Bourne, and that's going to be a factor here tonight.
There's another clothesline. Danny Jackpot telling him, "I've got this."
Danny Jackpot, being the cocky motherfucker that he is.
And another clothesline.
Ooh.
Going off right now, telling Evan Bourne who's the man right now. Danny's the man, considering he did beat Ric Flair at Summerfest. And now springboard clothesline. That is vintage Danny Jackpot. Into the cover now. We got a 1. We got a 2. We got a kick out.
And you got to think that victory over Ric Flair really pushed Danny to his limit.
That's right, it did. So this new side of Danny Jackpot. And now Danny Jackpot, you see he's targeting the neck area you talked about early in the match. This, him targeting the neck area is one way to ground Evan Bourne, because Evan Bourne can't hit that airborne with a bad neck.
Yeah, because then he's gonna hit his back.
What?
His head's gonna hit his back, and you just gotta think, if his head hits his back, he might knock himself out, even if he hits that.
Can't keep his posture.
And that's a main thing. If you can't keep a posture, you pretty much got the other guy down.
Oh my goodness, another brain buster. You know, and another neck breaker. Danny Jackpot's just dissecting that neck of Evan Bourne. You can see that Evan Bourne is, it looks like he's trying to concuss Evan Bourne. And now he's trying to set for the end. But no, Evan Bourne showing the heart. Russian leg sweep.
That heart and determination of Evan Bourne not giving up. And I think Danny's really going to have to find a way to keep Evan Bourne's heart down.
This man shows so much heart and determination. It's just endless. Evan Bourne trying to get the fans into it. Spinning heel kick.
That vintage spinning heel kick right there actually is a great way to weaken the chest region of Danny Jackpot.
A clothesline and bulldog. Danny Jackpot into the cover. 1, 2, and no.
Evan Bourne is also not wanting to go down. You gotta think there's a lot riding on this match.
It is. Bret Hart is watching. And look at Danny Jackpot just getting ahead of Evan Bourne, but took too much time taunting. Evan Bourne, look at this. Hurricane Rana into a cover. 1, 2, and no. Look at that. It was a Dragon Rana. Now look at Evan Bourne trying to continue this momentum. There's a big knee. Now Bourne with a springboard splash.
If he's able to keep this fast-paced offense, then he might actually have what it takes to keep Danny down here tonight.
That is right. And now, oh! Huge high kick to the side of the head. Cover 1, 2. I remember when Evan Bourne faced Danny Jackpot for the first time on episode 28, Superstars. When you know it was called Superstars. Another swinging neck breaker. Evan Bourne showed the heart and determination there. And now, wait a minute. 1 kick KO to the side of the head.
And what a beautiful maneuver that is from Danny Jackpot. That maneuver works on the back of your head. It'll give you double vision by the time the match is over.
Can Evan Bourne kick out? He does. Evan Bourne showing the heart there. Not many people have kicked out of the 1 kick KO before.
Because that move is so devastating. But you can't count Evan Bourne out. As he's showing you right here that he's not going to go down without a fight.
Evan Bourne with those shooter hit throws. On 4th one. Danny Jackpot is staggered. Wait a minute. Hurricane Rana into a cover. Got 1. Got 2. And no. Almost.
He was able to keep Danny Jackpot down for a little while, but it just wasn't enough to keep him down for the 3 count.
For the catch out again. Looks like Danny's getting desperate. Evan Bourne planning Danny. Uh-oh. I think Bourne might be staying up, trying to set for the shooting star press. But no. Jackpot back to up, but Evan Bourne with a flying head scissor. Hurricane Rana. Springboard.
Evan Bourne using the quickness to his advantage. And I think Danny's just lost in where he is in the ring.
I think Danny's a little bit in shock right now. Not knowing what's going on. Look at this kid Evan Bourne trying to fight.
You gotta think, Danny Jackpot is a former champion. And he's gonna try everything in his books to win this match.
Former 2-time world champion, but Evan Bourne just continuing to fight back. Wait a minute. Moonsault.
That picture-perfect moonsault from Evan Bourne right there.
If Bourne's going to finish, he better do it now. Superstar, no one home. No one home. Jackpot got out of the way. There's the experience.
And right here, Jackpot making him pay.
There's the cash out. 1, 2, 3. It's over. Danny Jackpot's experience got the better of Evan Bourne.
Exactly. That is exactly why Danny Jackpot is the best wrestler here on Smackdown, other than CM Punk.
I'll give you credit where it's due. Danny Jackpot did beat Evan Bourne here tonight. He did show us why. He is one of the best superstars here on Smackdown, and that experience really was the key factor here. And Evan Bourne looked like he had it in hand with that shooting star press. But Danny Jackson's experience helped him at the end.
Jackpot was watching the tapes, and he watches his tapes really great.
That experience by Danny Jackpot just, maybe meant to say good instinct by Danny Jackpot, knowing that the shooting star press was coming. Just basically the experience and great ring awareness. That's where that experience comes in.
That experience is because he is a former champion. And being that former champion, you watch everybody on the roster and you make sure what the next move is going to be, and you're thinking 2 steps ahead.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, here comes Primo and Epico. These guys felt like they were screwed out of Summerfest.
They were. They should have been fighting for those championships.
They lost.
Not Rey Mysterio and Cara.
They lost to Mysterio and Cara.
That's only 1 match. It could have been an off night.
That off night, what called for the chance?
but they're gonna show you that they deserve to be champions. And they're gonna get rid of that joke, Funky Cool.
You're gonna be facing Primo and Epico. We're gonna be facing the Congregation up next. And the Congregation says if they beat them tonight, they'll get a future tag team title shot. But Primo and Epico, they still have a lot to deal with on their minds. They've got Funky Cool to deal with on ECCW. Who knows if Brodus Clay's 100%. But tonight, their focus is on the Congregation. And Primo and Epico are saying that they're a family, and the Congregation is just a thrown together tag team.
Well, you gotta think, the experience of being a family is a lot better than just being friends. When you're a family, you know what the next move is gonna be. You know what you're gonna be setting up. When you're just friends, there's always gonna be miscommunication.
Well, the $1 Million Congregation have been like a family. They've been teaming up for nearly 2 years.
And Epico and Primo have been teaming up ever since they were little babies.
Anyway, they're about to see what's going to happen up here. Primo and Epico taking on the $1 Million Congregation. If they can beat the Congregation, they'll get a future tag team title shot.
It's going to be a great milestone if they're able to. But you got to think, the Congregation is not no joke either. The Congregation, they are really strong, and they show it every single time they're in the ring, and they're no joke.
That's why they've been successful tag team champions for as long as they have.
And they're going to continue being if they're able to pull off great matches and great victories.
Epico and Primo will have to bring their A game to beat the champs here tonight. Congregation have been on a roll, and they have rarely had any off nights.
Exactly. They are always at 105%. Not 100, 105. They're always throwing their bodies on the line for those tag team championships.
Here they come, the tag team champions, the ones who were responsible for the demise of Jericho.
Jericho was having problems before that. And you gotta think, Jericho opened his mouth one too many times and got the thing that he deserved.
And now we've got knucklehead problems on Raw as a cause of that.
Just like everything else on Raw.
Well, like you said though, that Big and Jericho were kind of like friends. Well, you say Primo and Epico are kind of like a family. They've known each other for so long. Well, Big and Jericho were just teaming up for power and glory and fame.
And that's where it got them. They were only teaming up for the fame. When you aren't teaming up because you're blood related, or you're teaming up because you know the person's so great, there's always going to be stuff getting in your way and making you lose.
So do you think Funky Cool is going to be a distraction for Primo and Epico tonight?
It's going to be on their mind. No matter how much they don't want to think about it, they are going to think about it. And they're going to try to prove something to Funky Cool and the tag team champions.
I think they've got to put Funky Cool out of their minds, because they've got a big tag team match right here, because if they win, they get a future WEDF tag team championship match. And it's not going to be when they win. It's not going to be if they win. It's when they win. Look at Primo going toe-to-toe, fist-for-fist with D'Angelo De Niro, but I don't think that was a good idea. It's never a good idea to go fist-to-fist with either of the men of the congregation. Nero was 103-1 as a boxer. Only loss was a disqualification. And that temper, to get disqualified, you have a big temper. He needs to really calm that temper down if he wants to continue holding those championships. And look at Suspect. A very mystifying and very fun-loving Suspect. Very serious in the ring. I gotta say, Suspect has taken me by surprise. He is really great in the ring. He throws those punches like De Niro. De Niro has really taught him well, other than him knowing. That's $1,000 Larry. And wait a minute, there's Epico getting in the ring. What the hell is this about? Epico is just taking advantage of what he needs to. Suspect has always been a great brawler, but right now he's looking to be in the wrong corner right now. Epico really didn't get his hands on Suspect, but that slight distraction gave Primo and Epico the slight advantage. You gotta think, if you're able to get the man in your corner and keep him in your corner,
then you pretty much got the match done because you're able to keep him down for just a long time, and you're gonna wear him out and keep him away from his partner.
Very true. Turn the ring in half, isolate the partner, win the match.
That's all it's about in tag team action if you're able to do it.
But like a suspect, this man has been a successful singles competitor, and the advantage might be helping him here.
And the thing that surprises me is how great of a high flyer he is for the big stature he has.
The springboard $1,000 lariat. Suspect loves to throw those lariats around. He's an excellent high flyer, very underrated. That was a tag to De Niro.
And De Niro is a great brawler, so that makes them a great tag team. I'm not going to take anything away from Million Dollar Congregation. They actually do know how to throw their bodies on the line and put on a great show every single time they're in the ring.
That is right, and that's why they've been such a success, being teams like Jericho and even being Edge and Christian, the Cobra and the Dragon. Wait a minute, there's Epico in the ring.
And Epico right there, making sure that they're not able to keep Primo down for a long time. You got to think, why would Epico not go after Suspect when Primo's down on the floor?
Well, he's trying to utilize every second of the 5 count.
And that is smart. It's very smart because look, it allowed them time to turn around the momentum in their favor once again.
Well, like a Suspect continuing to fight back. Wait a minute. Whoa, look at this. Roll up, 1, 2, and no.
And that is the experience there from Primo.
I mean, Suspect,
knowing what was coming up.
Suspect showing experience there too. And wait a minute, Epico on the outside. Another cheap shot.
It's not cheap, it's just great ring awareness. He knows that Suspect was going to look at him, and he just took advantage of it.
Regardless of now whether it's a cheap shot, it worked. And look at De Niro. I think De Niro's a little mad now, trying to get in the ring, and now the congregation are mad.
Well, De Niro
probably... Springboard elbow!
And that's what you got to do to keep Primo down. You got to keep working on him. It's all fair in love and war, Frank.
Well, especially for that with D'Angelo and De Niro. And now Epico in the ring, helping his partner out.
They really need to make sure they do not get disqualified, because there is a lot riding on the line here tonight.
Oh, there is, definitely. You know, Suspect going outside the ring. Taking out Epico.
Suspect taking his eyes off of the prize right there. That is a bad thing for Suspect to do.
Now look at Primo.
And Primo's doing the same.
Springboard, and this match is getting out of control right here.
Now it's starting to look like Raw.
Now the referee getting at it. I'm not sure who the legal man is.
I think it's Primo and Suspect, if I'm not mistaken.
I think Suspect is the legal man. So far, who's going to gain the upper hand here? This match is going completely out of control. We've got to get back inside the ring.
You got to think. I think Primo and Epico have the advantage here, because look, with those suplexes that he delivered.
It's shenanigans that beat Funky Cool in the tag team tournament.
And not right there. They're actually using their smarts and getting them back in the ring. I don't think they want to win by count out here tonight.
Oh, the congregation don't want to lose by count out. They have got to get this match. And oh my goodness, De Niro on the table.
And he's gonna keep getting hurt. They need to bring this back in the ring before it gets way too wild. This isn't Raw, guys. Come on now.
Well, the legal men are back in the ring, and De Niro just took a bad bump.
And I think that's gonna cause De Niro the match here, because that back is gonna take out a lot of De Niro's moves.
And now, oh.
That was a great maneuver from Primo right there, though.
Wait a minute, Suspect continuing to fight. There goes De Niro sending Epic. This is turned to a sticky situation, a messy situation.
A really messy situation. But you got to think, Primo is keeping his eye on the prize right here and making sure he's able to keep down Suspect.
Wait a minute, we got to cover. Epico's got to get out of the ring.
And I don't think Epico notices.
Wait a minute, Suspect was distracted by everything going on. Primo with a backracker. 1, 2, 3 is over.
And right there, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? Family beat friends. Family know each other better.
Suspect just distracted by what was going on. And all hell broke loose here.
And the Primo and Epico were able to take advantage of it. If you're able to take advantage at any times, then you pretty much are really great in the ring as a tag team.
Okay, Suspect was kind of distracted there. I think he took his eyes off the prize there. And Primo and Epico in this messy match was victorious. And now they have earned themselves a future WEDF Tag Team Championship opportunity.
I'm not going to take anything away from the tag team champions. They threw their heart and bodies out on the line. But they weren't able to get it done. They weren't able to get it done, and Primo and Epico made them pay for it. And you gotta think, since you have Primo and Epico...
Wait a minute. We got Brock Lesnar backstage.
Heyman, being the great GM that he is telling Bret Hart how it is.
I think Lesnar ran his mouth a little bit too much last week on SmackDown. And Bret Hart
deserves to run his mouth. That man was able to take down Undertaker. And pretty much make him pass out.
Bret says, you've got to earn your spot.
That was what he did. See what I mean? Bias.
Earn a spot tonight. It doesn't matter what he did in the past.
And he's still going to show that he is the baddest man on the planet.
What? Lesnar's walking out?
Lesnar feels like he's been disgraced by not getting the title shot he deserves.
This is ridiculous. It doesn't matter what you did in the past. You gotta prove what you did tonight, not in the past.
Just like this man proved at Summerfest by taking out Randy Orton.
Well, here comes the Celtic Warrior Sheamus. We've got to get away from that tag team match that we had. And now getting on to other matters. Here comes Sheamus, who will be taking on Kofi Kingston. And this is another match that Bret Hart will be looking at, as Sheamus has been on a roll since Summerfest, and Kofi Kingston is a former WEDF champion.
And not to mention, he's been on a roll against Division 1. Kofi Kingston was able to shut the show-off's mouth up, and that was an impressive win.
Oh, he was. He was able to shut up Dolph Ziggler.
And I'm not going to take anything away from either of these men. This battle right here is going to be brutal. These men are going to throw everything on the line, and the strongest man is going to come out the victor. And I can't tell you who I'm going for because I'm going for both.
There comes Kofi Kingston, who was trying to get back in the title picture. Ever since he lost that WEDF championship, it's been a downward spiral. He's trying to fight his way back up to the top. It doesn't help is when you have people like Dolph Ziggler trying to say that Kofi's a has-been. I don't think Kofi's ever been a has-been.
He never has, and he never will be, because he always throws his body on the line. He always tries his best out there, and he always picks up great, phenomenal victories.
Anyway, this match is underway. Sheamus with the big fist already. Kofi Kingston going toe-to-toe with the Celtic Warrior.
You gotta think, it takes two of Kofi's punches to be as strong as one of Sheamus's, because Sheamus does have that bigger, stockier body build than Kofi.
I think Kofi's got to use his quickness to combat Sheamus.
And just like earlier, Evan Bourne was able to be able to keep the quickness, but he wasn't able to pick up the victory. Will it be the same for Kofi here tonight?
Kofi's been one who's broken that glass ceiling, while Sheamus, on the other hand, springboard splash there. Sheamus hasn't been the one to break the glass ceiling, so it's kind of the opposite here.
It is, because you gotta think, you got one that was able to and one that's not. Who has the better experience here? The one that was able to, because he knows what it means to be champion.
It's a reversal by Sheamus, and there's that power. Tilt-a-whirl side slam. That was flat out power.
The Celtic Warrior is all about power.
Kofi Kingston, look at this, using his quickness.
He was able to get all the way with that bulldog.
Nice splash right there. Into the cover. We got a 1, we got 2, we got a kick out.
He still can't keep down Sheamus. It's still too early in the match.
Still, those quick covers are a good way to let the big man use up all of his energy. And the more times he kicks out, the more energy he wastes.
That is true.
Sheamus with those big clubbing blows away. Uh-oh, this is not good for Kofi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, oh my goodness, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 shots to the chest. Oh my goodness.
That is never good, especially when you're taking that many shots to the chest. Usually it's like 3 or 4, but when you're getting 18, your chest is going to be red.
Kofi showing the heart and determination there. Those 18 shots were kind of like Kurt Angle's 9 German suplexes. I don't know how Kofi got out of that. He must be running up pure adrenaline right now.
That's what you're going to have to run on after you get 18, pretty much, you're like beating chops to your chest.
Look at Kofi going up high. What's he thinking? Control friends. Oh my goodness, he got called. He got called.
That's something you do not want to be, because right there when Sheamus hit that backbreaker, he's really turning down everything that was going for Kofi Kingston.
Now the adrenaline turns into pain. Kofi's realizing what's hit him.
And that's where it starts to hit you, that after factor.
There's a sidewalk slam. This is similar to how Sheamus isolated Randy Orton when Orton's back was targeted at Summerfest.
And I think he's looking for the same thing right here against Kofi.
If you target that area, you slow Kofi down big time.
Just like what happened to Evan Bourne earlier.
Kofi Kingston's not going to go down without a fight. He's showing fight. He's the former WEDF champion. Uh-oh, he got called. Powerbomb. Again on that back.
Going up one too many times, and Sheamus knows what's coming up and is able to get out of it.
That's just raw power by Sheamus. Now he's going right back to the back and neck area.
That is a great strategy from Sheamus. If you're able to keep him grounded, then keep what you're doing. Don't switch up the game plan.
Wait. Kofi Kingston fighting back. Look at Kofi. Oh, he got caught back body drop.
Kofi really needs to think of something to keep the Irish Celtic Warrior down.
What's the Great White thinking now? What is Sheamus thinking? Oh, that's like a battering ram.
That battering ram shoulder block of Sheamus.
Sheamus showing a little athleticism. There's a 2 and a kick out.
That is not seen every day. You do not see a 200-pound or more guy.
Now Sheamus going up high. It got called. Kofi Kingston realizing what was at him. Now Kofi. Nice.
That inexperience from Sheamus going up high one too many times. Kofi made him pay, and that's what it's all about.
Now the Kofi Kingston's looking to change the momentum in his favor. With a clothesline, big jumping clothesline.
That's what Kofi's gonna have to do to keep Sheamus down. As long as he's able to keep Sheamus down, getting up, then it's pretty much all his game.
Kofi Kingston realizes what he can hit here. There's a boom drop.
That boom drop pretty much pushes out any air you have in your stomach. and it's a great and effective maneuver. Even though I hate it because it should be banned, it's a great maneuver.
I don't know why it should be banned, but wait a minute, Kofi Kingston came that springboard splash again.
It could break someone's ribs if it's not hit right.
Doing whatever it takes to win. Wait, reversal.
Sheamus knows Kofi's playbook.
Kofi! Springboard DDT.
Right there, taking out a move out of Shelton Benjamin's playbook.
And a near fall. Again, Sheamus managing to kick out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look at Sheamus. Might be thinking...
I think Sheamus is going to be looking for that Oh, no. He was looking...
Counter! The high cross was countered into a DDT, and now Kofi Kingston might be setting up for trouble in paradise. Took too much time.
Is he going? He's not able to connect because Sheamus knows what's coming.
Sheamus rolling through.
Have you noticed a lot of the people of the Irish and the Irish have used that maneuver?
I guess it's an Irish tradition, I guess. Anyway, back to the match. These two slugging it out. Kofi Kingston rolling through. Got one, we got a two, and we got a kick out. Kofi Kingston realizing he might need to end this now. But Sheamus managing to kick out.
And that's a smart decision by Kofi. If you end it a little earlier than you want the other guy, you don't want him to be able to get on his 2 feet.
Another splash to the outside. Kofi Kingston is giving his all to Sheamus, but each of these strikes that Sheamus is managing to kick out of every strike that Kofi Kingston is giving Sheamus.
Kofi's going to have to throw everything at Sheamus more than he already has.
Oh, Kofi! Wow! Agility to get out of that and hit that pendulum kick. Shades of Christian.
Shades of Christian, just like you said. That pendulum kick kicks you in the skull and it makes you dizzier than you already are.
And now Kofi, some strikes in the drop kick to follow that up.
If you follow up that pendulum kick with a SOS or even a Trouble in Paradise, you pretty much got the match won.
Kofi realizing he's got to wear Sheamus a little bit more down before hitting that Trouble in Paradise. Sheamus might kick out of that.
Just like how Sheamus has been...
Second time. There it is.
Second time this charm right there. Knowing that Sheamus was able to get out of it once, but not twice.
Sheamus reversing. Now Kofi. So many counters and reversals. Who's going to be with the one to hit that one mistake? I think whoever hits that first mistake is going to lose this match.
That's all it's about. You got to make sure you never make that mistake. But you will make it, whether you like it or not. And right here...
Choice. It's depending on who's going to make that mistake.
True, and Sheamus hitting that white noise.
True. No.
Sheamus hitting that white noise might be able to keep Kofi's back down and barely up. I think Kofi was just running off of pure adrenaline, getting out of the way of that road kick.
I know Kofi using his quickness. Whatever's left of it. Crucifix. 1, 2, and no.
I thought Kofi had it there with that crucifix pin.
Sheamus going a little wild with those road kicks there.
He wants to end this. It's a little bit too much
going for power. Another counter. Counter after counter. No. Sheamus ducks under what Kofi was going for. There's a broad kick. He hit it.
That broad kick is very dangerous, and he knew when to throw it this time.
3. He realized, I better hit it this time, otherwise it might be game over for me. And this time, the third time was the charm for Sheamus. Kofi Kingston was not able to dodge or get out of the way of that.
Now, will this push him through that glass ceiling we were talking about earlier?
And Bret Hart was clearly watching this. So the question is, will Bret Hart reward Sheamus with an opportunity at Stars and Stripes?
And I think that would be a smart decision from the biased GM to put Sheamus in that position, because he does deserve it.
After this victory, I will have to agree with you. I haven't agreed with you much tonight, but this I have to agree with you with.
Because he did not just beat Kofi Kingston. He beat a former WEDF champion, Kofi Kingston.
That is right, and Sheamus, nonetheless, being Kofi Kingston is a huge deal. Former WEDF champion that he beat.
You got a lot to think about on Sheamus's hand, because Sheamus has pretty much everything on the line now. One bad mistake and everything's gone.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Sheamus did not make that mistake. He had a few chances where Kofi Kingston could have turned the tide, but Sheamus, I think wearing down Kofi helped him a whole lot. And here comes, oh my goodness, here comes Dolph Ziggler set to take on Kurt Angle.
The best show off in the world right here.
Oh, he's obsessed with Kofi.
He's just showing that maybe to his eyes it was a fluke.
He did show off a little bit too much there, and Kofi Kingston made him pay.
And I do agree with you there. Kofi Kingston did make him pay, and I think Dolph Ziggler learned from that mistake.
We're about to find out next. Ziggler's going to be facing toughest test of his career, as he's going to take on a former two-time world champion in Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle being the greatest wrestler.
Kurt Angle might be the best wrestler in the world today.
I was going to say that. The best wrestler in the world other than Jack Swagger in this company.
That's debatable. Anyway, here we go. Listen to the ovations for the wrestling machine, Kurt Angle.
Because they're chanting for those 9 German suplexes again.
That was impressive. I wonder how Dolph Ziggler's gonna react if Kurt Angle hits 9 on him tonight on Smackdown.
I think Dolph Ziggler's just gonna go crying in the back because he's gonna be just so surprised Angle's able to hold on that long.
I think Dolph Ziggler's gonna overreact. I have to agree with you. He's gonna overreact to that. But anyway, this is a tough test for Dolph Ziggler because he's a man too that hasn't reached that glass ceiling. And Kurt Angle is a veteran of this business. Now Bret Hart has said he wants some of the youth to take over on SmackDown. He wants to have a youth movement. And what a way for that to begin if Dolph Ziggler can defeat Kurt Angle here tonight.
He'll finally show that he actually deserves to be in the main event. He has shown us in the past, but as you said earlier, the past really doesn't count. It's how it's going on right now. And if he's able to pick up this victory, he's going to be able to do anything. And Ziggler just being The Rock, Ziggler beating anybody else, yeah, it was a great milestone. But right now, it doesn't matter. What matters is him beating Kurt Angle here tonight.
That's right, and Angle is a wrestling machine. He's a suplex machine. And he can also hit that ankle lock on out of nowhere. If I'm Dolph Ziggler, I've got to avoid the ankle lock and the angle slam.
For him, it is easier to avoid the ankle lock since Jack Swagger probably has teaching him some things about getting out of the ankle lock.
Oh, that's right, because Kurt Angle was in a part of the... Kurt Angle and Jack Swagger were affiliated with each other last season in Team Angle. So yes. If there's anyone that knows who Kurt Angle is Jack Swagger, and maybe he taught Dolph Ziggler some tips of how to combat Kurt Angle.
Yes, and that is going to be in Ziggler's bag. Whether Angle knows it or not, Ziggler does have a little advantage over Angle here tonight.
It might be true, but Angle might have taught Jack Swagger some things, but he didn't teach him everything.
Yes, and Angle can pull out anything.
These two men are... Angle's a former Olympic gold medal wrestler. Ziggler was a collegiate athlete in wrestling. Won a lot of tournaments.
And that's a lot of things just right here in the ring here tonight. In this match, you have a lot more great talent here on SmackDown in WEDF.
See, these two trading holds here, hole for hole. Ziggler showing the upper hand here. Showing catching Kurt Angle a little off guard.
Because Angle's not expecting Ziggler to hang as much as he has so far. And the technicality.
Angle with the back elbow. Now raking the eyes, showing Dolph Ziggler a thing or two a little bit about playing dirty.
And Ziggler, I think, is going to make him pay for that here tonight.
Now Kurt Angle, Irish whipping Ziggler. There's a clothesline. Kurt Angle getting the upper hand in the early going on Dolph Ziggler.
And I gotta say, Angle is actually showing me something right now about picking apart your opponent at every means necessary, dirty or clean.
Kurt Angle again going for that leg. You know what he's going to set it up for. You know what he's trying to set it for.
I know Dolph Ziggler knows too, and so I guess Ziggler right there is trying to get out of the way.
There's a backbreaker. I think on Dolph Ziggler, I've got to target the neck area of Kurt Angle. That's the weak point.
And then hitting him with that zigzag or even the sleeper hold, and it's all over.
And Ziggler shades of Samoa Joe right there with that move, that maneuver.
Ziggler
and now he's trying to suplex. Look at Dolph Ziggler.
I think he's just toying with Kurt right here.
Toying with him, he's showing off to him. And Kurt Angle saying, "Pay," showing him how it's done with a German suplex, making Ziggler pay.
You never want to taunt in front of Angle though. Angle will make you pay for it, like he did right there, with another belly to belly.
There's an overhead belly to belly suplex right there. And now Angle nearly taking his head off with a slobber knocker of a clothesline right there. Into the cover. You got a one. You got a kick out.
Ziggler not wanting to go down just yet.
But Kurt Angle letting go of Ziggler.
I think Angle thought he was going to go for something, but Ziggler actually used his quickness a little bit.
And then wait a minute, Angle with the roll up. You got one, you got two, and a kick out. It looked like Angle there was going to end it.
Nope. I think Angle is trying to end it early because he knows everybody else is weaker.
Look at Angle just taking a crash and burn to the outside. Oh my goodness, what a super kick. That was devastating.
I think Ziggler should use the outside to his advantage, because if you think about it, if he hits some suplexes on the outside, he is going to hurt the back and neck of Kurt Angle.
It's very true. Wait a minute, Kurt Angle. Wait a minute. I think Angle going for this early. Ankle lock. Ankle lock locked in.
No. Come on, Ziggler. You can get out of it, Ziggler. The ropes are right there. Come on.
Ziggler getting the ropes just in time.
See what I mean? Ziggler knows how to get out of the ankle lock and not let it affect him as bad as it could have.
And now you see Ziggler, he's targeting the arm area. What do you think this does?
It allows him to keep his grip longer on the sleeper hold and maybe knock him out faster. And then you got to think, Angle's grip is not as strong if he only has one arm.
That is true, especially in the ankle lock and the ankle slam. Wait, cover that huge clothesline, 2 and no.
That was like shades of the $1 Million Larry and JBL, the U.S. champion.
Clothesline from hell. I think you're confusing JBL with Suspect.
No, I was talking about Suspect at first.
See Ziggler, oh my goodness.
Look at this, just showing his dominance over Kurt Angle right there, while showing off in the ring all at once.
Tell you what, that's just arrogance. And now Ziggler again showing off.
He's just showing that he can do two things at once. You just wish you're as multitasking as Dolph Ziggler.
Well, that he should. Wait a minute, Angle out of nowhere, really off the top rope.
Angle showing his quickness to jump up there and throw him off of the top turnbuckle. I actually applaud Angle right there. Great move.
But a back body drop. This match has been physical for the most part. Very physical.
Both men are very technical, and they're going to go at all extents to pick up the victory and impress the GM, Bret Hart, here tonight.
Win or lose, though, these men, I believe, whoever wins or loses has got to impress Bret Hart regardless.
Regardless, because right there, Ziggler is able to keep the momentum against Kurt Angle, and Kurt Angle is able to keep it against Ziggler. Both men are great in their accolades, and it's going to be a phenomenal match no matter who wins or loses.
Now, jawbreaker from Ziggler to Angle. And now Ziggler targeting the leg. That's unique strategy.
I think
Ziggler has stolen moves such as the People's Elbow. You don't think it's going to try to steal the ankle lock.
He might, like I said, he might have learned a couple things from Jack Swagger. Maybe Jack Swagger was able to show him how to perfect the ankle lock.
Wait a minute, Dolph Ziggler going up high, no one home.
Angle right there, watching those tapes.
Yeah, Angle's going to try to hit the ankle lock with Ziggler counter.
Maybe it was a little too early for Angle right there.
But Ziggler's going to go for the zigzag. Angle now with the release German soup. Oh my goodness, look at this. 1, 2.
The flexibility of Angle right there.
I think this is where Angle's shifting to another gear. You can tell what's happening here. You can tell the Angle's shifting to another gear. Look at Ziggler cutting off that momentum.
Ziggler, it's smart. If you're able to cut off the momentum, then you pretty much...
Look at Angle's getting in another zone with those German suplexes, but Ziggler quickly turns the tide. Get out of 1, 2, and no.
That is not enough to take out Kurt Angle. You're going to have to do more to keep out the wrestling machine like that.
There's a neck breaker, and now Ziggler with a roll-up of his own. You got 1, you got 2. We got a kick out. Angle kicking out this time.
I think he had a handful of tights and was trying his best to keep Angle down.
I better hope not. That would have been cheating there.
But the ref was still counting, so I don't think he really was, unless the ref really didn't care.
Wait a minute, Ziggler with the crucifix. Go for another quick cover. 1, 2, no.
Great strategy here by Dolph Ziggler. If you're making Angle kick out and kick out and kick out, you might put his gas tank on empty pretty much.
These two going blow for blow. Angle gaining the advantage in this exchange with Angle hanging on. Angle, what is this? Sunset flip now.
Right there.
2, and now Ziggler. What a counter. 1, 2. Angle countering. 1, 2, and no.
Both men are showing their heart and determination, and no one wants to come out the loser here tonight.
Doing whatever it takes to win at all costs. Here we go. So we see a hat trick. 2, 3 German suplexes.
I'm just glad he let go. Otherwise, Dolph Ziggler probably would have oversold that move.
Wait a minute, Angle stalking Ziggler, thinking Angle slam. Ziggler landing on his feet. That was impressive. And Ziggler to the neck area with the neck breaker.
Ziggler has been watching his tapes, and maybe, just maybe, Swagger showed him how to reverse out of that Angle slam.
Ziggler telling Angle to get up. Missed the dropkick, no one home.
Once again, going up one too many times.
There. Ziggler knowing the wherewithal. And now another crucifix pin into cover. 1, 2, and no.
Still not enough to keep the wrestling machine down. He's going to have to hit either a really great maneuver that surprises all of us, or he's going to have to hit that zigzag or the sleeper hold.
He's got to hit him with everything, including the kitchen sink. And now set up high.
That kitchen sink might even not be enough to keep Angle down.
Ziggler just getting in the face of Kurt Angle. That is not a good idea. This is the same move that calls against Kofi Kingston.
Ooh, and Angle's gonna make him pay right there. He's just perched on that top rope, waiting for Ziggler to get his composure. And
there's a flying clothesline.
I think that looked like Kane's flying clothesline.
Angle shifting to another gear, and Ziggler saying, "You're not gonna try to hit that ankle lock again."
Ziggler knows.
Like no one home.
Ziggler knows about that ankle lock and how much it could do to you.
Angle slam.
Angle was able to find that second gear, like you said, and hit the angle slam out of nowhere.
And 3, it's over. Ziggler looked like he was trying to hit the zigzag. Angle knew where he was at and hit that angle slam to pick up the victory. I think when Angle went off the top rope and hit that flying clothesline, that was the turning point of this match.
It was, because I think it confused Ziggler. That Angle was able to perch off of that top rope, and then Angle was just pretty much in that second gear, as you like to say it, and he was able to pick up the victory because he wasn't going to stop at that second gear. He was going to keep going until he was able to show Ziggler why people call him the Olympic champion, pretty much.
This was a huge victory for Kurt Angle. Bret Hart is watching. Maybe Kurt Angle has another chance at becoming world heavyweight champion. Will he be joining in the Stars and Stripes Contenders Challenge.
I really hope so. I really hope to see him and Sheamus maybe battle it out.
Oh, that would be something. We saw a little preview last week on Smackdown. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to have to deal with the Intercontinental Champion, Cody Rhodes.
Yes!
And here we are with our Intercontinental Champion, Cody Rhodes, who said our viewers didn't deserve an entrance. Probably.
Well, you gotta think Cody Rhodes
White
is
gold.
the best Intercontinental Champion right now. He's showing that he was able to take down Oshujax, which is a great feat.
He was trying to paper bag Sin Cara and try to hide the shame of Sin Cara.
Well, Sin Cara is just like, you gotta think, Sin Cara does have that ugly ass face.
He just took a shot at Oshujax, white and gold.
And he's gonna keep continuing to take him at Oshujax. I really sympathize for.
Well, Rhodes open challenge. Oshujax isn't going to challenge for that Intercontinental title anymore. He feels like he's done all he could accomplish. And Cody Rhodes saying that Oshujax is scared of him.
And Oshujax, it's really smart for Oshujax to go after a bigger title. He's done with the Intercontinental Championship, as you said.
Wait a minute, I think Rey Mysterio has quickly answered the challenge. You know, the Master of the 619 probably did not like the way Cody Rhodes treated his friend, his amigo, Sin Cara last week on Smackdown.
And I wouldn't either, because even though in Cody's eyes it was great, it was a pretty dickish move of Cody.
It was disrespectful to the Mexican heritage. And
pretty much everybody in the building.
Looks like we got Mysterio and Cody Rhodes tonight. Did spit in the face.
I don't think Mysterio's backing down from anything. He's gonna show Cody why he should be a contender for that title.
Cody always insulting the looks of people who. Look at him. He thinks he's the goodest looking man on the planet. Wasn't he the same man that got acid spit in the face because of him taunting Smokey because of that?
And it might happen here with the 619. Maybe, just maybe, I hope Rey Mysterio might show Cody that he's no longer the craziest man when he hits him with that 619.
Rey Mysterio's telling to bring a ref out here right now. Let's get this on. Mysterio wants a chance at that Intercontinental Championship. Says that Cody Rhodes has disrespected the Mexican heritage. He disrespected everyone on the roster, trying to bag people to hide their shame. I mean, Cody Rhodes is nothing more than an arrogant son of a you-know-what.
Frank, I think you need a bag. I really think you need a bag.
Are you kidding me?
I think I should call one of the baggers just to come and give you a bag right now.
Maybe a bag to throw up after what you're talking about.
What I'm talking about a great Intercontinental Champion. And a great contender in the ring right now.
Nonetheless, he did beat Oshujax at Summerfest, and he did beat Sin Cara last week on SmackDown. He's got to get the match with 619 Rey Mysterio tonight on SmackDown.
And if he's able to do that, then he has a great load of momentum going into Scars and Stripes. You gotta think, if Mysterio is able to pick up a victory, he does deserve a title shot against Cody Rhodes.
Wait a minute. Rey Mysterio flying his scissors. Mysterio, despite his age, is one of the quickest competitors here on SmackDown. And Cody Rhodes has still got to combat that quickness.
I think Cody Rhodes has no chance to keep Rey Mysterio down. Rey Mysterio down is the fastest and more agile
Oh, nice clothesline. He knocked down Rhodes. And Rhodes called him another power slam.
Rhodes learning a maneuver from Randy Orton right there.
That's right. He was a part of that corporate cabinet, along with Ted DiBiase. Now Flapjack. So Ted DiBiase had that power slam on Raw.
And I think they're just really showing that they did learn something from the Viper, and the Viper was a great teacher.
Look at Rey Mysterio. He just called Cody Rhodes in midair. I think
Rey Mysterio made him pay.
Mysterio not letting up.
Mysterio doesn't have just a second gear. Rey Mysterio has like 5 gears he can go to before he's going to give up.
Now look at Mysterio. Seated senton on the outside.
You got to think, what is it going to take to keep Mysterio's speed and agility down though?
Cody Rhodes has got to ground him. He's got to find some way to ground Mysterio. Mysterio's pretty speaking vengeance right now on his friend.
But Rhodes isn't going to give up as easy as you guys might think. Rhodes actually does try as much as he can.
What do you think of this strategy? He's going after the legs of Rey Mysterio.
He's taking out the 619. Which is the quickness, but more the 619 because the 619 comes out of nowhere. And he doesn't need as much quickness as he might for any other move.
Continue to work on the legs in the back area.
He actually is really slowing down Mysterio right here. And as he's slowing him down, he's picking him apart piece by piece.
Rhodes again, targeting that leg area.
You gotta think, Rhodes might actually have the advantage here since he is the younger competitor. And you gotta, Rey Mysterio isn't in his prime anymore.
What are you talking about? I'm sure he might not be in his prime, but despite the injuries, he's learned to adapt.
You can adapt as much as you want, but if you are the younger competitor, you have the more speed, you have the more agile, and you actually have the more sense of knowing what's coming at you faster than the older man that is Rey Mysterio.
See, Cody Rhodes is taking part in the leg again. Cover 1, 2, and no. You know, Mysterio has several knee surgeries on that left knee of his, and that's what Cody Rhodes is making a bullseye.
And that is smart strategy from Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes an arrogant young guy, but Mysterio's not like that. He's a former world champion, knowing how to fight against the odds and survive better than anyone.
And I'm going to agree with you right there. I don't like to agree with you, but Rey Mysterio, even in his prime, even right now,
showing the odds again. 2 and no.
Knows
the ultimate underdog for a reason. Now, oh my goodness, look at this. Springboard Bulldog.
Not many people can pull that off. So Rey Mysterio, even not being in his prime, you got to think he is able to keep that quickness and agility that he used to have.
There's a seated senton to cover 1, 2. I mean, he knows when to hit those spots. It's sort of like John Morrison on the Raw roster, knowing when to hit those spots.
Because no one has the type of style they have. John Morrison had the parkour, and Rey Mysterio has the more lucha libre, fast-paced offense.
And 2, no.
That he's trying to teach Sin Cara.
And another snap power slam. That's the third of the match. Whoa! Wait a minute. What's that? It's the music. Cody Rhodes. I think that distracted him. There's that smoky music playing. Mysterio's eyeing it up. 619.
Smokey's music is a great payback for what he used to do to Smokey when Rhodes really felt that he got cut out.
In the end, Mysterio taking advantage.
Rey Mysterio
is going to had a future Intercontinental Championship shot. Because the Rhodes Open Challenge was answered and delivered.
Sin Cara is proud of his buddy right now, wherever he's sitting, because Rey Mysterio was able to pull out a great victory against the Intercontinental Champion, Cody Rhodes.
This is a huge victory for Rey Mysterio, showing why he hit the Ultimate Underdog, and that music right there might not have distracted Cody Rhodes, but it might have enabled Mysterio to maybe get the counter advantage, get the upper hand.
I think Rhodes was trying to ignore it, but you gotta think, even while you're ignoring it, it's going to get to you. And it took his focus off of Rey Mysterio just for a little bit too much time, and Rey Mysterio was able to capitalize on it.
But nonetheless, Rey Mysterio has his chance at retribution to seek vengeance for the Mexican heritage.
And was Bret Hart actually looking at this match? Will he pick Rey Mysterio?
That might be a good point. See Oshujax and Daniel Bryan up next. If Daniel Bryan and Oshujax can win this match, Daniel Bryan will get a television championship shot against Chavo Guerrero at Stars and Stripes.
Like I said, Daniel Bryan is a nerd. Yes, we all know that. But he is a great competitor in the ring. I'm not going to take anything away from him. And the person standing right next to him, the former Intercontinental Champion, Oshujax. Oshujax was a great competitor. People might say
Oshujax, you guys say, might be in a little bit of a slump, and Bryan says he's hoping to count on Oshujax tonight.
And that's what you need to be. You need to be able to count on your partner at any time.
Well, it's going to be a handicap match. Even Oshujax struggled against the odds of the Cartel last week, but tonight the odds are a little bit more in their favor. We'll see a 2-on-3 handicap match up next.
And you got to tag in and out of the ring. That's where it's going to help them more.
I tell you what, Oshujax has been wanting to get his hands on Del Rio. We're going to see what's going to happen up next.
For Del Rio's sake, I think Del Rio should just run. Oshujax does not look like a happy camper here tonight.
He's saying the Cartel's going to get a good old ass whooping of a lifetime. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Daniel Bryan's got to rely on his partner. Here we go. Bryan and Oshujax. Oh my goodness, the Cartel is assaulting Oshujax.
Right here.
Like a pack of wolves.
It's smartness by Cartel, but then
Daniel Bryan doesn't realize what's going on backstage.
Daniel Bryan will never know until he finally realizes.
The Cartel is just mugging Oshujax. Look at Del Rio. Oh my goodness, right into the cards right there. And
Del Rio, being the chicken that he is just...
This is just downright sickening. And then now Bryan's going to be competing. The numbers game are definitely going to be against Daniel Bryan here. His chances of getting a future television championship opportunity might have just gone down the drain. Because he's going to struggle to overcome. Oshujax couldn't even battle a 3-on-1 assault last week.
Right now, he wasn't even able to. And right now, he was pretty much at 100%.
I think it's playing, but Oshujax isn't coming out. Bryan doesn't know what happened.
Bryan is pretty much in a lost situation right here. There's no way he's going to be able to beat all three members of the Cartel. Those number games are going to get to him.
Look at these three members of the Cartel proved as a united force to be reckoned with as a dangerous group.
They are a very dangerous group. This group right here can tear you apart limb by limb and put you in the hospital and make you cry for your mama.
Well, somebody better call Daniel Bryan's mama. It better not be Rhodes Clay's mama, because it's going to be in for one hell of a fight tonight.
Daniel Bryan is gonna try everything, but the odds are going to get to him, and I really do not play in Daniel Bryan's favor. You got to think, Daniel might be thinking in his head right now, his little nerdy head, he might need to end this quick and slap on that bell lock as fast as possible or kick someone's head off.
Look at Bryan taking out Chavo Guerrero. That's a good point. Bryan's got to end this now. He's got to end this as quick as possible, or roll up, whatever.
The longer it goes, the more it's going to hurt him.
This match was set up due to what happened last week on Smackdown when Oshujax was assaulted. And then Bryan came to the aid of Oshujax, knowing that Bryan still had issues with Chavo and Hunico. I mean, both superstars had played a part in Chavo Guerrero retaining the television championship at Summerfest.
And you gotta think, yeah, he did use it to an advantage, but he was pretty smart about it. Would you want to lose your title and at a great pay-per-view like Summerfest was?
Well, we all know that Chavo Guerrero is known for lying, cheating, stealing, Bryan, kicking both Chavo and Hunico's heads off.
He does get that from his late great uncle, Eddie Guerrero. Rest in peace.
Look at Guerreros. Look at Del Rio.
Del Rio taking apart Daniel Bryan piece by piece right here. Mostly targeting on that arm. Maybe looking for the cross arm breaker.
Hunico, nice move there.
I think Hunico just went for it but slipped a little too early and tried to hit him, but it wasn't able to capitalize the first time, so he went for it a second time.
A backbreaker. You know, Chavo Guerrero's been teaching Hunico that.
Chavo Guerrero is a great teacher, and he's going to try his best to make Hunico into a Class A wrestler. And talking about Class A wrestlers, Daniel Bryan is a great wrestler and technician, and even submissionist.
About had him there. Quick cover.
Daniel Bryan has learned from Shawn Michaels. He's learned from William Regal. He's learned from a lot of people in the business and isn't going to let anybody keep him down, and that is probably why he went out and helped Oshujax.
Look at Chavo Guerrero looking to continue to weaken Bryan. Bryan's at a 3-on-1 disadvantage. And
even though the odds are not in his favor, Daniel does need to really try his hardest to reverse.
Roll up, cover 1, 2, could have him here. That would be a huge shocker.
I think the Cartel would just ambush him afterwards if that would have happened.
Bryan would have still gotten a shot. But he would have gotten a heavy cost if he was able to surprise Guerrero there.
That would have impressed everybody in the arena, and I think the fans would have been screaming on the top of their lungs.
It would probably be chanting, yes, yes, and then no, no.
Or even goat face.
Took away a backbreaker there. Now tag to Del Rio. This is where the numbers game is going to catch up with Bryan.
Bryan has no one to tag.
Bryan has no partners to go to. The Cartel can tag each other in and keep each other fresh.
And that is kind of the experience between both Chavo, Alberto, and Hunico by taking out Oshujax. It kind of put them in a better position.
Oh, it did. Oshujax is one who I think could take out Hunico and Chavo together.
And then Daniel Bryan could just work on Alberto, and then it would have been pretty much an even type match. I think Daniel tried to get a little bit more momentum into his side, but Hunico didn't let him get up.
Bryan's still trying to fight against the numbers. Whatever it takes.
And I'm not going to take anything away from Daniel Bryan right here as he's showing his agility in the ring and his quickness.
Nice move there.
You got to think, what is Daniel going to have to do to keep one of these men down?
I think Hunico might be the weaker link of the Cartel, but not by much. So I think Bryan's got to focus on Hunico the most, but now Chavo's in.
You got to think, Hunico is the less experienced out of all of them. He hasn't fought as much as the rest. and they're not, he is dirty, but
Chavo
the
looking
other one,
for Three Amigos. No one home.
Daniel Bryan,
Wait
smart.
a minute, dude! Boom lock out of nowhere!
The yes lock.
The tap out! Chavo
The yes lock, he needs to wrench that in harder to make him tap out faster if he wants to win this match.
This might be a desperation LaBelle lock here. Because Chavo Guerrero crawling to the rope, I don't think he's gonna make it! Bryan might make Chavo tap out again! Oh.
Bryan, I think Bryan's using his foot to make sure that Chavo can't get to the rope.
There's the numbers game again, and now Del Rio with it. Got hit with the swinging neck breaker. Look out, Chavo from behind.
And Chavo, being the smart veteran that he is, waited till Daniel Bryan was up and sturdy and then hit him with that hurricanrana.
In any other match, if Oshujax was here, Bryan might have made Chavo tap out again.
He probably would have, and we would have probably seen another match between them in the future.
But now Del Rio, Chavo, and Hunico have Bryan right where they want him. Bryan's taking one hell of a beating. Oh my goodness gracious.
And this beating is going to continue until Daniel Bryan is able to pull a victory, or the Cartel just is finished playing around with Daniel Bryan. It's like a mugging out here.
It is a mugging. Daniel Bryan has just nowhere to go. And now Chavo Guerrero looking to add insult to injury, Three Amigos style.
You gotta think, by hitting the Three Amigos, he pretty much just took out any of that momentum and stamina Daniel had.
And now Chavo Guerrero looking to add insult to injury, telling Daniel, you'll never get another television championship opportunity. There's a frog splash. I think Del Rio wants in.
And I think he's gonna let Del Rio come in and hit that Destiny arm breaker.
There's a cross arm bar locked in. Bryan has nowhere to go. Bryan,
middle of the ring, just tap before it's too late and you ruin your career.
Bryan having no choice but to tap out. And now Chavo Guerrero mocking Daniel Bryan, saying, you tapped out. Chavo Guerrero didn't make Bryan tap out. Del Rio did.
And I think that's where it's going to come down to. It wasn't Chavo that put him away. It was the Cartel. Not Chavo, the Cartel. On a 3-on-1 handicap match.
Well, Chavo Guerrero wanted to make sure that he didn't face Daniel Bryan again. I think Chavo Guerrero is a bit scared of Daniel Bryan.
And I would be too, because even though this guy is a nerd, he can kick your head off, he can make you submit in any submission he puts on you, and he knows how to break you down piece by piece.
And he's made Chavo tap out before.
And he almost made him tap out here tonight if it wasn't for the Cartel.
Cartel using their numbers game to take advantage.
The Cartel is a very smart clique here in WEDF. They know what it takes to keep together.
They're also very dangerous, but I don't think they've seen the last of Oshujax or Daniel Bryan. I think this is going to continue. But anyway, let's take it backstage to Justin Roberts with the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. There's a few words to say about Edge.
And you got to think, Shawn Michaels is pretty much just more, like I said earlier, he's more fresher than the Rated R Superstar. And I think HBK finally noticed that he fell victim to what CM Punk was starting to change around here. And that a big obstacle and Edge is here.
Edge and Shawn Michaels face off. Edge got himself counted out. And Shawn Michaels was the World Heavyweight Champion. Shawn Michaels held as a slap in the face. The night Edge is facing Shawn Michaels again, and Shawn Michaels wants to get the best out of Edge so that way Shawn Michaels can kick his teeth right down his throat.
You gotta think, HBK doesn't want to win on a little count out or even disqualification. HBK wants to win nice a 1-2-3 or a submission.
Actually, we're in Boise, Idaho. I screwed up with it. I'm like R-Truth, thinking we're in Milwaukee. But anyway, I think we're about to have a little bit of company at ringside. Here comes the World Heavyweight Champion, the leader of a revolution here on Smackdown. He says he's brought change over to Friday night. And
who better stand up?
Who couldn't disagree with him? He has brought change. I mean, this is the same man. Hulk Hogan, The Rock, John Cena, Edge, Triple H, Matt Hardy, all these former champions. This has been the year of CM Punk.
And it will continue to be the year of CM Punk. No matter the winner here tonight, they're going to be against a 100% great competitor named CM Punk when it comes to Stars and Stripes. And you better stand up and greet this man like the icon and the legend he is.
Anyway, I think CM Punk is taking an invested interest in this match. Here comes the Rated R Superstar, who says he has woken up. He's trying to, he says, I'm not sure what his problem is with Randy Orton. Well, over the past 2 weeks, including Summerfest, Edge has speared Randy Orton after Orton's matches.
He's telling Randy that this whole Viper get up that he's trying to do right at this moment is no longer working with him. He's telling him to wake up and sniff the air that Edge is breathing. Sniff the air that Edge is preaching to the WEDF fans here tonight. Edge is a phenomenal wrestler. He knows how to use mind games to his advantage.
Well, Edge has stated that he was woken up after losing to people like Cody, Rhodes, and Kofi Kingston, saying that he's done playing Mr. Nice Guy. He's saying that Randy Orton's become soft.
He has.
And loses Sheamus, what Sheamus has brought up.
Both men have brought up the same coincidence. Randy Orton has become soft, so Randy Orton does need to wake up like Edge keeps telling him to.
I think we're only waking up. Randy Orton's going to give Edge is a big old RKO or maybe a punch in the skull.
And maybe that is what Edge is looking for. Maybe he's trying to look for that vicious Viper that
he's trying to make Randy Orton mad at him.
Maybe. Or maybe get him on his side.
I don't think he's going to try to get him on his side. I think Randy Orton, knowing him, he's going to try to seek vengeance. I think he's going to have a little bit of a run-in in this match, knowing Randy Orton.
Knowing Randy Orton, he might try to get a little hands-on on Edge here tonight, no matter if he wins or loses. So Edge better watch his back and watch HBK all at the same time. And maybe even CM Punk if he wins.
If he wins. Last time we had Edge and Shawn Michaels in the ring, Edge did have the upper hand, but when Shawn Michaels got the upper hand, Edge said, enough of this. I don't want to deal with this. It's not going to be my night. I don't feel worthy of this night. This is what he told me. I know. What is he doing now?
Edge is just getting a little breather.
Breather?
Come on, you got to think. You got a competitor like Shawn Michaels. You would want as much breathing room as possible.
I mean, no, you want all the breathing room throughout this whole match.
And that's what Edge is doing right here. He's getting all the breathing room because he is the less stamina of the both of them.
Uh-oh, here we go. Shawn Michaels was calling Edge.
Shawn Michaels was tired of it. He was saying, I'm gonna kick your butt, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Try to kick his teeth right down his throat.
Will we see the switch in music, or will we see the spirit be hit here tonight?
I think whoever hits their finishing maneuver first will win this match. Both moves can be hit out of nowhere.
And they're very dangerous.
And Edge Spear had super spears to CM Punk's Spear Sin Cara out of midair. We see Shawn Michaels switch in music. People like Tyson Kidd out of nowhere.
You got a lot of factors here tonight, and you got to think the stamina, the heart, the determination of fighting CM Punk, the World Heavyweight Championship for that title, is pretty much in the back of their mind right now, and is really just pushing them to thrive bigger and better here tonight.
Shawn Michaels says if he can beat Edge tonight, he feels like he will have earned his right to face CM Punk once again.
And I think Edge feels the same way. But Edge is really, he doesn't care about CM Punk. I think Edge is the most disrespectful wrestler here, but he knows how to show the great maneuvers he knows how to do in the ring.
I think all Edge cares about is himself and winning championships. That's all he's trying to do. He's trying to psych everyone out so that he can win the 5th World Championship in WEDF. There's a big boot. Cover 1. Just a kick out there.
Edge has always been self-centered, but he knows how to win championships and keep them.
That's why he's called the ultimate opportunist for a reason. I mean, all these techniques he's used, it might be a part of his plan. I mean, knowing
Maybe
Edge,
here tonight we might see one of those ultimate opportunities.
he can seize it.
It does take a lot to seize the opportunity, and Shawn Michaels isn't an easy person to keep down.
Oh, look at Edge catching Shawn Michaels in midair. There's a backbreaker. You know, Shawn Michaels has had back problems.
And then he's waking him up for that spear.
Clothesline.
The back and neck of Michaels isn't the best as he might want it to be.
Not in the best shape. Got to cover 1, 2, and no. Shawn Michaels kicking out.
You gotta think Shawn Michaels has a lot of more experience than Edge.
Oh my goodness, what a boot. Shawn Michaels has been eating a fistful of boots thanks to Edge.
But Shawn Michaels isn't going to go down. Right here he's showing that no matter what, he's going to come back and he's going to probably be able to pick up the pace. That's
an electric chair drop by the Radar Superstars. Both men know what the stakes are in this match. Stake is a future world championship opportunity with CM Punk at Stars and Stripes.
You got the Stars and Stripes is gonna be a phenomenal pay-per-view already. Just by any means necessary. Either of these two men winning here tonight against CM Punk, that's gonna be a great match, great 10 out of 10 match no matter what.
It's a DDT by Edge. Nicely done. Now working that arm.
I wonder why he's trying to work the arm of HBK.
Wait a minute. More than my suplex. After this Smackdown, there'll be 4 more Smackdowns until Stars and Stripes.
And that might be enough time for the winner of this match to actually pick up a little bit more momentum going into that title match.
Wait a minute. Cover 1, 2, and no. Just a 2 count there. And there goes Edge to the outside. Wait a minute. Shawn Michaels springboard moonsault.
Shawn Michaels showing the agility and the wherewithal where Edge was to hit that moonsault.
Shawn Michaels is one of the best competitors of all time. He just proved that right there with that moonsault. One of the most athletically gifted superstars.
I was gonna say that's why they call him Mr. WrestleMania.
Flying elbow, no one home.
I think he needs to keep Edge down a little longer than he already has to hit that flying elbow.
That's very true. Wait a minute. Look at that execution there.
That execution, that maneuver, it can hurt a man, but it is probably not enough to keep the man down.
It's very true. Look at Shawn Michaels with a big chop. Edge is a little bit rattled. And Edge catches him with a big boot.
You never want to go fist to fist with Michaels, and you never want to go run off the ropes into Edge. And Edge just shows him here with that implant DDT.
Cover 1, 2, and Shawn Michaels showing the heart resiliency of kicking out. It's going to take a lot to put Shawn Michaels down, and Michaels just got slung in that corner.
Michaels turned inside out when he hit that corner.
A vicious DDT. Edge working the head area. Uh-oh. Edge might be trying to set for a spear.
And this is what I told you.
No, we got caught.
You gotta stick to a game plan, and Edge is showing here he knows what his game plan is.
Now Michaels with a snapmare. Oh! Working that neck area. You know,
or the switch in music.
Remember, Edge has had neck problems in the past.
Will that be a factor here tonight if Shawn keeps trying getting that neck?
Now Michaels trying to get the upper hand, trying to change the momentum in his favor, but Edge coming back with the strike.
These two are going to be going at it no matter what.
Shoulder first from that turnbuckle.
I really fear for Edge's neck here, and if he lands on that neck one too many times, Shawn might actually have this match won.
That's very true.
Shawn with those vicious chops, I think Edge's chest is red.
Michaels going up high, missile dropkick connects. Now Michaels struggling to the cover. Got one, got two, we got a kick out.
He took a little bit too much time getting to that cover.
Both men are worn down. This is crunch time for both of these superstars.
I think CM Punk is enjoying this right now.
I bet he is. He's seen his men tear each other apart for a chance to compete for his World Heavyweight Championship.
I wonder if CM Punk is taking notes on both of these men.
The Russian leg sweep. Wait, Michaels from counter after counter. These two men go.
It's gonna be hard to keep the other man down or even try to get him in a maneuver.
No back body drop. No, not that shot by Shawn Michaels.
Again going after that chest and back and neck region.
I think Michaels is slowly turning the momentum in his favor.
That's what he needs to do because this.
Oh! Vintage Shawn Michaels flying forearm connects.
Now will we see that vintage atomic drop with the scoop slam?
Michaels is thinking the same thing you're thinking. Oh, and then Ziggler changing it up a little bit.
Shawn Michaels knows his game plan. Shawn Michaels knows how dangerous he could be in the ring, and I think he's gonna go for that flying elbow.
Flying elbow connects. Right to the heart of Edge. I think it's time to tune up the band, ladies and gentlemen. Shawn Michaels tuning up the band. It's time for a little sweet chin music. The band.
Will it be able to connect?
No, Edge sucks.
Edge knowing when to get out of the way.
Oh, Nelson slam. Uh-oh. I think Edge might be trying to set for a spear.
Uh-oh. We all know what's coming up. Spear. They're chanting.
Spear connects. And a pin. 1, 2, and no!
What? How did Michaels kick out of that?
Michaels really wants to go on to Scars and Stripes and compete for the World Championship.
I think Michaels really wants his title back. He knows that it was a mistake losing it, and now he's gonna keep going. He's gonna throw anything on the line to keep that chance. He's trying to get it back.
Switching music, trying to tune the band again. Is he gonna hit it? Bam!
Will he be able to get the pinfall after that, though? That is the question.
Edge his teeth right down his throat, and no! Shawn Michaels and then Edge kicked out.
How do you do that? He just kicked his teeth in.
Edge kicked out sweet chin music.
I'm just speechless after that.
Edge is going in desperation here. Desperation calls for desperate measures. Spear, no!
I think both of these men are just going off of pure adrenaline and nothing, and they're gonna have to pretty much kill each other to get that victory.
I have to agree with you there. And now Edge with a flapjack.
I think Edge has the better opportunity because he has picked apart that back and chest region so much. Shawn really has no chance of keeping up.
Michaels, planting Edge first. What's it going to take to put either of these men away? These two men are showing why they are worthy of a future opportunity at the World Heavyweight Championship, but there's only going to be one winner, one loser in this main event in Boise, Idaho.
And CM Punk knows it. CM Punk knows it.
Edge on the top rope. Uh-oh, I think Edge might be thinking super spear. Spear! Wait! Sweet chin music!
Shawn Michaels with
nowhere! Mid-air!
Shawn Michaels knew it.
There's no way Edge is gonna kick out. We got 1, 2, we got 3! It is over!
Finally! Shawn Michaels
is no contender. He will get retribution. He will get a chance to beat CM Punk and Scars and Stripes.
What a phenomenal match that is going to be. Both men are going to throw their bodies on the line.
And what a main event this was.
If this was a great main event, imagine how it's going to be against CM Punk, the best in the world.
Oh my goodness, but that was an epic main event. Clash of the Titans. That sweet chin music out of nowhere was the one that did that. Edge had no chance of kicking out of that.
This should go down in WEDF classics.
I mean, we saw classic on Raw, but I don't know. I'm not sure if that match could top this one.
I don't think any match is going to be able to top this match.
I mean, this was one hell of a victory. Shawn Michaels is going to be facing CM Punk at Scars and Stripes. You see CM Punk already looking at Shawn Michaels.
I don't see CM Punk going in there to congratulate him. I think CM Punk knows what's on the line.
Face to face, these two men are champion and challenger.
Right there, CM Punk knowing.
There's the arrogance of Shawn. Wait a minute. Oh no. We knew this was coming. Randy Orton is going to pump the skull of Edge off.
But will he be able to capitalize? Will he actually finish it off?
Orton backed off?
See what I mean? He's going soft.
And the Edge has a smile on his face.
I think Edge is telling him, you finally woke up.
No, Edge is telling him to wake. I don't think Orton's woke up. He's telling him to wake up. I think Edge wanted to punt in the head. I don't know what to make of this situation, but regardless.
I guess see you guys on Raw because
on the ECCW actually. So what happened to the Viper of old? Well, anyway, for Kevin, this is Frank Dog signing off. Good night.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Also buds.